What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Gregg Smith, President and CEO of Grounded Lithium. It's a pleasure to have you on today, Gregg. How are you doing?
Well, thanks, Aaron. It's a pleasure to be here and discuss Grounded Lithium.
Yes, I'm excited to be talking about the company. So can you start by giving us a brief introduction when it comes to Grounded Lithium and telling us a bit more about the company?
Certainly. We trade on the TSX Venture Exchange under GRD, and we recently announced that we're now trading on the OTCQB in the States under GRDAF. So we're available in both Canada and the US. We are a new and exciting entry into the lithium from brine resource development industry, and we have a portfolio of assets based in Western Canada, specifically the province of Saskatchewan, which the Fraser Institute ranks as second place to conduct business for resource enterprises. Our premise when we formed 2 years ago was to be a resource company whereby we utilize our extensive oil and gas expertise to apply it to a new mining industry, as lithium from brine is really all about subsurface fluid dynamics. We knew that this industry would depend on not only the lithium grade within the brine, but the volume of stored brine, the ability to deliver significant volumes for processing, and in an area that offers some cost competitive advantages. The initial project continues to confirm our investment thesis on these fronts, and we intend to become a significant player in the Canadian, North American marketplace for lithium salts.
Yeah, it is a very important market right now, especially. So Grounded Lithium just provided positive operational updates on the recent lithium test well and associated concentration results. This is really exciting news, really recent news. Can you tell us more about this?
Great question, Aaron, because our team is very excited about this news and the progress, as it concretely confirms our premise for focusing in on this area. As I mentioned, the lithium from brine industry is more akin to oil and gas fluid dynamics. While grade's important, if not equally important, is the deliverability of the resource. And after extensive testing and fluid modeling based on our completion results of our test well, which is only the second well in the entire province, it was determined that in this area, a typical well could produce greater than 25,000 barrels per day of brine. That's a lot of brine. To give you some context, our economic modeling would suggest that profitable projects would only need about a third of that rate. However, based on prudent and best practices of reservoir management, our intended well design would see us produce at approximately 18,000 barrels per day of brine per well. Combined with other factors such as the grade, the volume stored, etc., we believe our results support ultimately a very attractive return on a project basis, and ultimately for our investors. In addition, our well drilled quickly because we are in the shallowest position to access lithium-rich brines identified to date, which contributes to significantly lowering our drilling costs. The outcome from the well confirms our model. And lastly, the well confirmed we have economic lithium concentrations without the presence of hydrocarbons or sour gas, which directly relate to incremental capital requirements at surface to process out prior to running through a direct lithium extraction facility with associated refining and polishing operations to produce the lithium salt.
No, those are some wonderful results. So, Grounded Lithium is focused on generating value through a balanced model of exploration, production, and strategic acquisitions of formations bearing lithium-rich brines in Western Canada. So I want to talk a little bit about jurisdictions. We know how important having a safe and stable mining jurisdiction is. Can you tell us more about Western Canada and why investors should care about this?
Overall, the key provinces to date in this lithium from brine industry are Alberta and Saskatchewan. Both provinces are open and encouraging, very encouraging to this new industry. We are located in Saskatchewan, and it's a province we are comfortable working in. We have all worked there before within our careers, and in 2009, I was Saskatchewan Oilman of the Year. Very comfortable working in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is recognized as a top-tier jurisdiction for both mining and oil and gas. It's very easy to talk to the regulators of the industry. The Kindersley area is familiar with combining both resource development with agriculture. And it also offers all the services, transportation, and manpower that we will need to grow our company. We chose this area to initially work in based on our extensive geological and technical analysis. In our opinion, we chose an area which offers some of the top percentile quality resource for lithium from brine industry in a very cost competitive fashion. And as we like to say, Saskatchewan chose us. We did not choose Saskatchewan. In resource development, it starts and it ends with the quality of the rock and the resource.
No, that's great information, and I totally agree with that. So, Grounded recently completed a special warrant financing as announced on November 7th. Can you give us a snapshot of the company's capital structure and what this financing means in terms of the company's plans for next year and beyond?
Yes, we successfully raised $3 million through this process, and we had approximately $2 million in the bank at the time. We actually cut back that financing book as we were oversubscribed. These funds, together with existing funds on hand, set up the company to achieve several near-term valuation milestones. The most important of which is the completion of a preliminary economic assessment. It demonstrates that we are focusing our capital. All of this demonstrates that we're focusing our capital on impact for our shareholders. Our single largest expense was for the drilling and completion and testing of our first well. The shareholders can take comfort that we are very careful stewards of the invested capital in the company and dedicate it towards outcomes, results, and communication. This has been a breakthrough year for Grounded Lithium as we have successfully raised capital several times in partnership with our very supportive investors. We achieved a public listing, grown our land position from 34 sections to now over 300 sections of land, and we drilled and tested our first well. Big year for us. We keep on moving forward quickly. Clearly, we've come a long way since the beginning of the year. The data required to date and our technical evaluation of DLE technology strongly supports our drive towards that preliminary economic assessment in 2023.
Yeah, that should be exciting for you guys. Definitely had an eventful year so far. So, what are some of the major catalysts investors and prospective shareholders should be looking out for in the near future as we go into 2023?
We previously announced that relative to our non-brokered financing, we would like to clear the stock for trading through a short form prospectus. That requires us to update our resource. We are happy to do so as we significantly added to our land position since our first report. And we also added to the information that goes into that report with the drilling of our first well. The updated resource report will be the foundation for the preliminary economic assessment that we are working on for the reserves, or resource, I should say. From the review of our respected peers in this industry, the completion of a PEA, or preliminary economic assessment, provides support for a positive re-rate on a company's valuation. This is because the economics of the project are being independently verified by geologists and engineers. At an even substantially lower spot price for lithium, these types of projects are very attractive from a return perspective.
Now we're going to talk a little bit about the market. Obviously, we know it's been a difficult year for many sectors. Lithium has been very resilient, despite all that, the downturn in the stock market and the economy. Can you tell us why you think that lithium will remain hot for years to come, and what are you excited about in terms of the market?
It will be eventually a commodity that does move up and down, but globally there's this massive push for energy transition. The governments are encouraging that transition through their policies, and the public seems to be embracing it. The electric vehicle market is growing by leaps and bounds, and that will drive demand for lithium. Your typical electric vehicle is 15% heavier than its internal combustion engine counterpart. And it even has to be that light using lithium. You cannot escape the need for lithium to keep those vehicles as light as possible, as it is the lightest metal with the potential for charge capacity. As the EV market continues to expand, so will the demand for lithium. It's not going to slow down.
Yeah, very bright prospects for the future. So, Greg, where's the best place for investors to find out more information on the company? Where should people go?
Well, we have a fulsome corporate website, which can be found at www.groundedlithium.com. And I would encourage interest parties to visit our website and sign up to our news distribution, which can be found on that website as well. And we like our website because there's drone video of drilling the well, and it's exciting for us.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Greg. It's been a pleasure to have you on, and I look forward to covering the company. Best of luck with everything that you're up to in the new year.
Thank you, Aaron. Pleasure talking to you today.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.